All right, guys, how's it going? Listen, just to let you know, I'll be live on here. It's like at 6 o'clock UK time, right? If you want to come along for a natter about all things LFC. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Rodrygo. Now, as you know, in the morning, I pop to the cafe, have a couple of cups of coffee, thanks to you guys that look after me. And I check all the Spanish football dailies to see what they're saying about us, you know, and obviously things like Canate and Real Madrid, McAllister and Real Madrid, and previously Luis Díaz and what's he called, Trent, Benedict Arnold. Today there was, this decent article, if you like, which was all about this came from Madrid, by the way. It's just an article glowing about Liverpool, saying like how serious they are in the transfer market, the great signings they've done, how the owners have backed Arne Slot. A very, very, very glowing article about Liverpool. People often say to me, what's the tone like in Spain? Because you think that they'd be like, oh, fucking English wankers and all that. No, really, really big in Liverpool up today in Marca. However, I want to speak to you about this article down here. I don't know if you can see it, but you don't need to see it anyway. Basically, it's Rodrygo, and the article was published in Sport. So this is a Barcelona publication, all right? So if I'm listening about Rodrygo, I'd rather be reading about it in the Madrid newspapers for obvious reasons, right? So you've always got to have a bit of caution when it's the Barcelona media talking about Real Madrid. However, I think the Barcelona media are a little bit clued up on what's been going on with Rodrygo a bit because of the Luis Díaz situation, right? Because obviously Deco, the sporting director at Barcelona, has been in constant communication with Luis Díaz's agent. Deco is close to Sport. So if Deco's been told things by Luis Díaz's agent, well, apparently they're going to sell him and they're going to try and get Rodrygo on the cheap, maybe if they can, then that's why it would appear in these publications, I think. And for example, the headline is linked, right? So what it says here is Rodrygo's future tied to that of Luis Díaz. So in a nutshell, if you haven't got time, this is all about Liverpool needing to sell Luis Díaz to try and fund a move for Rodrygo, right? Liverpool are considering the Madrid winger as a replacement if the Colombian ends up joining Bayern. Madrid are in no rush and are waiting for Rodrygo to make a decision. Now, the Madrid media this week have claimed that Rodrygo is going to have a meeting with them this week in the coming days. So that would be around now, right? To determine, look, what's going on? Are you selling me? Am I staying? Or what? What's the crack sort of thing? So this is accurate, I think. Waiting for Rodrygo to make a decision. Alonso barely used him in the Club World Cup. Many clubs are interested. But some of the main suitors, like Arsenal, appear to have dropped out of the infamous race. I've only seen, when they talk about clubs interested in him, credibly, I've only seen Liverpool and Arsenal mentioned with him, to be honest with you. That said, Rodrygo's future may still lie in the Premier League and in red. All right. For weeks now, reports have linked the Brazilian as one of the options Liverpool are considering should Luis Díaz transfer to Bayern be completed. And I think that will go ahead. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. The Reds are not looking to offload the Colombian for a low fee, but everything suggests the Bavarians will improve their offer and an agreement will eventually be reached. I have recorded a video about Luis Díaz today and Ford Sierra. Go and watch that one. I uploaded it. It's my first upload of the day. So if he's sold, Arne Slot's side are expected to reinforce the left wing position. The sale of Díaz would help balance the books. Madrid not willing to let Rodrygo go for any price. Talk of 100 million valuation. And the domino effect could unfold in the coming weeks, though Rodrygo isn't the only option Liverpool are weighing up. Should he join the Reds, the Brazilian would be fulfilling one of his biggest wishes in recent years to play on the left wing, a role that has been denied at Madrid due to Vinicius's performances in that position. So, what can we take? What can we take from this? Right. The reason I'm making the video is to say that the Spanish media, although technically it's the Barcelona media, the Catalan media, and they don't really consider them Spanish, they're self-Spanish. They're still pushing the Liverpool interest in Rodrygo. Now, without repeating everything that I've gone over previously with all the coverage to do with it, I 100% believe Liverpool's interest in Rodrygo is genuine. They've got Zahavi, the super agent, trying to broker a deal for Liverpool. Maybe not broker a deal, maybe that's wrong to say that. Trying to work out how much it would cost. Could a deal be had? You know, an opportunistic signing, something that we've been fed many times that Liverpool like to try. What I'm trying to say here is, I think Liverpool are bang on interested in Rodrygo, but there are other factors that contribute to this. So what happens with Díaz? Is he sold? Is the money there? What happens with Núñez? How much do we get for him? Isak, all right, as well, which I don't think is completely closed yet either. So, but with Rodrygo and Isak, right, two different scenarios, right? I think Liverpool would go all in for Isak if they can do it, right? So they would pay what it takes to make that happen, which is suitable to Liverpool, right? Like they did with Wirtz. They maybe paid a little bit more than they wanted to, but they really wanted him. With Rodrygo, I think it's more of a, how much could we get this fucker for? Do you know what I mean? So Real Madrid, we want 100 million. He's not playing, mate. We're not giving you 100 million. We'll give you 70, all right? And there's been talk that they would accept less than 100 million. I think, I'm not sure if 70, 80 was quoted or 80, 90. I know 80 was. So I think this is more about Liverpool saying, Zahavi, go and see what you can work out here, right? He's representing Liverpool on this, right? He's a great negotiator, right? And don't forget, there's Konate in there as well, right? Because they want him. And Liverpool would sell him now, but only for the right valuation. So there's so many different things, you know, like, you know, sometimes I think people think it's just all one option and that's it, and it's easy, just go and give them what they want. No, there's a lot of things involved with this. Like I've said, what happens with Díaz? What happens with Núñez, right? How much Rodrygo cost? Would Liverpool, if they go for Isak, would he? Do you know what I mean? It's all these different things. Anyway, I'm a bit tired today. I've only had about 3 or 4 hours sleep. You can probably tell from my eyes. So I'm maybe not doing a good job on my videos today. But the reason for the video is to say, look, they're still pushing this suggestion in Spain that Luis Díaz needs to be sold and that Liverpool are looking at him. I think Liverpool are looking at him. But I don't believe the Twitter twats, the content aggregators, the people that want to clickbait you and get your engagement, right, for the Wonga, right? They want you to believe Liverpool are going all in for him. I don't believe that. All in is Wirtz, right? This is, we like him. He could be a solution on the left side, but it has to work for us financially, all right? So the reason for the video is just to tell you they're still banging on about it in Spain. All right, guys, I'll be live on here tonight at 6 o'clock UK time if you want to come along for a natter. I bet we'll have a bit of a nap first before then, because I'm absolutely tired. If you see, I can't remember what I say now. If you like the video, please thumbs up the video. I know I ain't done a very good job, I'm sorry. Please thumbs up the video if you appreciate the update. Please drop me a comment if you've got any opinions about any of the players mentioned in this. If you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, there is a love out under the video. That's called the super thanks button. And I always give a shout out to people that do that in my morning briefing the next day on my other YouTube channel, Duncan Oldham. The link to that channel is in the video description, and it'll also pop up on the screen at the end of this video. All right, guys, I know I ain't done a good job of that, but I'm tired. I'm tired. All right, see you in a bit.